This video is my 2-month update for Pan That Palette for 2017, and I think this one's going to go up a little bit later. I am filming it later into March, but I think I have a couple videos that really need to go up before this one does. So anyway, I had 2 palettes and I picked these 2 out at the beginning of the year, and I'm trying to finish up both of these palettes. So let me start off with the Urban Decay Naked palette because I feel like there's a little bit more visible dips going on in this one. So let me insert last month's progress update right now. And this is what my palette looks like after 1 month of use. And this is what my palette looks like after using it for 2 months. There are a couple more dips going on in here. I haven't hit pan on anything that didn't have pan on it at the beginning of the year. This palette is just so slow moving, you know? There's so much shadow in these teeny little rectangles that it's just taking a really long time. I have been trying to widen the pan of Virgin and Naked a little bit. I did try using Buck as a face bronzer, and I'm not quite sure if you're going to be able to see, but there is a slight dip forming in there now, but it's definitely going to take a very long time. That one's probably going to be hanging on at the end of the year, I'm pretty sure. What else here? Half Baked. I actually had that on my lids today, and that was one of the shadows that I just want to hit pan on because I'm really not a fan of gold shadows, but I don't know if you can tell. I'm starting to make a little movement in that one. I don't know. I guess we'll see at the end of the year if I'm making good progress on it and I don't mind using it till it's completely finished. Maybe I'll use that one up, but if I'm struggling through it and I can't stand it anymore, I'll probably just stick with the whole only wanting to hit pan on it. I kind of dabbed in some of these other ones here and there, just using them in the crease just to deepen things up a little bit. But I think I had one look with Toasted right here. That dip is forming a little bit more. I think I had Toasted and something else on the lid. I think it might have been Sin or one of the shades from the other palette, but really didn't like the way that that one turned out. I tried to pull more of the pink tones out of it. It just did not end up looking very nice. I'll toss any of the eye looks that I create up in the corner that I remember to record or take a picture of with these palettes. Hustle right up here, I'm really not loving that one. I can't wait till the pan is showing on that one so I can stop using it. Just for reference, I had marked that I only wanted to hit pan on Half Baked, on Dark Horse, and on Hustle, but I think I'm just going to move that to just these 2 for right now. I only want to hit pan on these 2 shadows right there because they just look so muddy and just yucky. It all looks muddy on my eyes and it doesn't blend very well. I'm having a really hard time blending these shimmery shadows out in the crease. It just never looks completely blended. I don't know if this palette's just getting older or what, but I've been trying to pull in some more matte shadows from my other, eyeshadows, other palettes from other brands and stuff that's not quite as old. But I did use Creep quite a lot this past month, and I actually did an all over smoky eye with Creep, like a pure black smoky eye twice, and I thought it turned out pretty good. I'll leave the pictures up at the top right up there, but I put it really dark close to the lash line and then kind of tried to fade it up into the crease, and I thought it looked nice, like I said. And then Gunmetal over here, I did use that one a couple times. I think I used it once all over the lid and just a couple times in the outer corner, so nothing spectacular going on here. I'm trying to use these every single day, at least a couple of them every single day. But anyway, that was what my palette looks like after 2 months of using it. It definitely has some really nice dips forming in here, but there's so much shadow, like I said. It's going to take a while before you guys are going to see some progress on this palette. And then the other palette that I picked out was my Urban Decay Feminine palette. And I'll go ahead and insert last month's progress update right here. This is what my Feminine palette looks like after 1 month of use. And this is what the Feminine palette looks like after 2 months of use. So if you notice here, there are a lot more dips forming, and I really like that. I feel like I'm going to hit pan on another shadow in here before the end of March. I really do. This one, Gunmetal right here, you're not going to see any progress on this the entire year because I have a duplicate of the shade. This is in the Urban Decay Naked palette as well, so I'm not using the one out of here. I'm just going to probably depot this one and put it in a Z palette at the end of the year or something, but I have Hijack right here on the lid with gold, and I thought it was okay. I didn't blend it nearly as well as I could have, but I thought it turned out nice. I think those two are great together. I feel like that's the only way that I'm going to get through the gold shade is by adding like a blue or a teal or a green or something with it, because I don't know what it is about gold. I just can't wear gold very easily. I think it makes me look kind of sick. But I know that there are bigger dips in both Bordello and AC/DC. This one has a little bit more pan showing up towards this edge right up here on Skimp, but I'm trying to save my cream shadows and like my lighter shades because I don't have very many in between these two palettes. So I'm trying to save those a little bit this year, trying just to use them as sparingly as possible, but that's what my palette's looking like. I don't recall using this one very much. I used it a couple times in the crease. I want to use this shadow down here, Lost, as like an all over lid color and make some interesting eye look for this coming month with that kind of brown shade, because it does have sort of a green tinge to it. But anyway, that is what my second palette looks like so far. Let me know. I think I would probably bet that Bordello is going to be the one that's going to have pan on it next, just based off of how deep the pans are in here. But when I use these shadows in here wet, I really have to build them up and pack the color on and layer the shadows up because these are really sheer. I don't remember these being very sheer, but even this Hijack shade, like it looks really pigmented when you swatch it out on your finger or something, but when you're trying to build it up, it takes a while. So anyway, that is how I'm doing so far in these two palettes after 2 months, but let me know how you guys are doing, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.